Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny, and welcome to another antique store haul. Everything I'm going to be sharing with you today came from one of the peddler malls that I have here. Let's check it out. So I spent a grand total of $132 and change on everything you're going to see here today. A couple of these items will be going on eBay, and then the rest of these items will probably end up at a live sale or are for me for my own collections and whatnot. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. So before I jump into the haul, I do want to let you all know that since you're going to be seeing this on a Thursday, that I think it's at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight, the trusty drop hop sale is taking place, and you don't want to miss it. There are, I believe, 8 or 9 of us participating. I know Beth is doing it, Carolina Princess, Sweet Treats and Pretties, myself, D Thrill of the Thrift. I think Tammy Vintage Uprising Texas is doing it. Trusty, of course, Patrick, Trusty Huckster Mercantile. I think Cindy, Mimi's Treasure Cottage. Forgive me, I'm going off of memory here. And I'll insert the post for it right here so you guys can see it. So you don't want to miss out on that. I have, I think, 12 to 15 items for that sale. And then some of these items, along with another haul that I'm going to do, those items should be up at that sale as well. Some things I do like to save for other sales, just because I feel like they'll do better. But, you know, it is what it is. And like I said, I got some really good stuff. I can't wait to share it with you all. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Some of these items have their tags on them, some of them do not. This is adorable. This is just a really cute, I think this is supposed to be a Scottish Terrier, Scotty dog as we like to call them. Very, very cute. So that should be at an upcoming sale. I did get some paper. Actually, let me just start with what's in front of the camera. Couldn't believe these. These were 50% off. These were only like $2 and change. It's kitty cats on a chain. I've had the big cat before, the mama cat, but not with the kittens in tail. So that's definitely, somebody's going to love those because those are super kitschy. Let me move these out of the way here. You guys know I love these old enamel flower pins. Anytime I find them for a reasonable price, I will pick them up. So I had to have that one. Look at this parrot brooch, you guys. Isn't this so cool? Love that. And he was only $2. Couldn't leave him. Got a little bit of paint loss to him, but I think he's fantastic. So let's go ahead and do the paper stuff. I did get some really cool ephemera. We've got a Hood ice cream fudge bar sign made of paper. That's really cool. That would be awesome framed up and put in the kitchen, don't you think? So we got that. We got Betty Crocker's Frosting Secrets. This is dated, I think, 1949. Oh, wow, I was way off. 1958. And then Rainbow Colors, this came in there too. Betty Crocker's been around a long time. She's been a part of many of our last few generations, I think. So I did find this beer can collecting book from, I think, 1971, I want to say it was. I'm probably very wrong about that. 1976, wow, okay, I was a few years off. But there are some really cool ones in here. Ones that I would love to find just because I love the graphics on them. Just fun stuff, you know? There was a really cool one that had a 50s design on it. Like, they got ones that are... This one. This Rheingold Extra Dry. I love that. Playmate Malt Liquor. Stuff like that. That's really cool. That was only $1, so I'll hold on to that. And, you know, you never know what you're going to find out there. I did find this really awesome 1970s Hallmark bookmark that's going to go in my ephemera booklet. I love how groovy that is. And that was a whopping 50 cents. I love stuff like this for my junk jars. This is a plastic letter opener. It says The Butcher Shop, meats, deli, poultry, seafood, and produce. Marked USA Tapmaster. It's got a little magnifying glass on it, so it's, you know, be cool to have. This is the Joey Chiswood's Thrill Show, featuring the 1963 Chevrolet Chevy 2 Corvair and Corvette. It's the 20th annual international tour. It looks like we got Joey Chitwood and Joey Chitwood Jr. That's just really cool. I love old ephemera like this that just kind of shows really cool images of things from back in the day. Chitwood's World Famous Clowns. Clown alert, y'all. And these kinds of books have really cool advertising in it, like this friction proofing piece, and it looks like there was an autograph section on here too. So that was really, really cool. Oh, there's one other piece of ephemera here. This is just an old photograph. I love seeing photos that depict people of, you know, turn of the last century. So this looks like this is about 1900, 1910s. Very Edwardian looking. Funny enough, I was actually waiting for a price on something, and I decided to go around and look around some more because you don't see everything your first go around. Be it the thrift store, be it this peddler mall / antique mall. So I found this on my second go around, and that was like, what, $1? I also like finding these old, they're like little pamphlets that were given out at different banks and trust companies. This one was for Harrisburg Dolphin Deposit Trust, and it's got an image of Santa Claus on it. These are great to make into ornaments for your tree, or if you just put vintage cards on your tree along with your Shiny Brights. These are cool, and they're advertising. Now this was a little bit beat up, but I didn't want to leave it. It's for Borden's Ice Cream. It's a wooden ruler. Like, that's where the damage is on top of there. But I loved that, and like I said, I love advertising, and anytime I can find it inexpensively, be it on a ruler or on a can or whatever, I will pick it up. This also I got on my second round. There's a small little, like, rolling shelf that had a bunch of stuff on it, and I was able to dig through it and find some cool stuff. I did find this really cool looking flashlight. I don't think I even ever owned a vintage flashlight before. So I'm going to put some batteries in this and see if it works. Is that focused? I'm so sorry. It probably was not. But that's really cool looking. So this is the item that I was waiting to get a price on. It's an amethyst stopper. I don't know what, I almost want to say this goes to one of the larger pieces of glass, like the little cruets or something. I forgot how big it was, actually. I thought it was much smaller. And I want to say maybe it goes to a rainbow glass piece. I know that people do want to have the rainbow pieces complete, so sometimes they may turn to online for that, and this is a really nice amethyst color. We'll see what happens there. I may list that on eBay, so if you're looking for this, it's going to be in my eBay store, hopefully, by the time this video goes up. Oh my gosh. I saw these, and I just had to jump on them because they're so stinking cute. Look. So I don't think these are left-in Kewpies, but they're pretty close to it. Look how cute. He is just a curious little thing. He's like, what kind of trouble can I get into today? And I believe, or maybe it is a left-in. No, this says Lego. I can tell it definitely says Lego Japan. But how cute is he? And he was only $1. You don't leave stuff like this behind for $1 if you love it. So he'll go with all of my Kewpies, even though he's not Kewpie. And this little guy looks like he just got busted doing something he shouldn't have been doing, and he has got tears strolling down his face. He's probably a left-in, I would assume, or maybe a Norcrest. But he's just like, damn it, I got caught! Or, damn it, I'm tired. That's definitely me. Like when I don't want to get up and go to work in the morning on a Monday through Wednesday, that's me inside. Like, I don't want to deal with people today. No. So I like when I can find those Kewpie-esque bisque babies when they have, you know, faces or are doing something that I can relate to, like Mr. like I'm up to no good and I'm thinking about what I can do to get myself in trouble today, or the crying baby because I don't want to deal with people that day. I also found this blue pitcher. I do not know who made it. It's definitely older. Free of any cracks or chips. It almost reminds me of like Westinghouse or something that came with an old fridge. But it was a good piece and a good price, so I could not leave that. I love this guy. This is an ashtray. And he was 30% off. Marked Japan on the bottom of him. A little bit of paint loss on his hair. He looks like Stan... Is it Stan Laurel in Oliver Hardy? I think so. Definitely reminds me of Laurel a little bit. There's a really cool ashtray that's out there. It was made by Devar, and it's a lady, and it was so stinking cool. It was at one of the other antique malls that we have here, but it was just priced too high, and I just couldn't buy it, even when they marked it down. So he'll do for now. I love him. These guys were a little bit more on the pricier side. They were a good price, don't get me wrong. These flamingos, I don't think that they're Brad Keeler, but I did see a set of these on eBay sell for about $90. That's probably where I'm going to end up listing these. So I did pay $20 for them. But that's why I always look stuff up like this, because some flamingos, you know, are worth money, some are not. So you have to always do your research, and if you're going to pay up for something. So those will also probably be on eBay by the time this video goes up. So you can check my eBay store out. It is in the description box below. I do want to apologize to y'all about my little, I call it an incident. Not an incident. I was going up to see Scott, and I wanted to put my store on vacation mode, so that way I wouldn't be late shipping things that had sold while I was away. So instead of doing the, like people could still buy stuff, but it would be like pushed 15 days ahead of time, so when I would get back home, I'd have time to ship it. So I set the store for 30 days, but you couldn't buy anything. And I think that's probably what I did this past summer when I went up to the beach. So that's why I didn't have any sales when I was up there this past year. So what I'm going to make sure I do, just in case, is I am going to make sure that I hit the little mark when I ask for, or when I say I'm going away for 15 days, not the 30, because nobody can buy stuff at 30 days. They can buy it with 15 days. So that was a whole fiasco, and I learned my lesson on that one, but live and you learn. So I did find this piece, and this was actually in a booth that was, it had lots of newer stuff, and that's why it pays to look in booths that have, like, you know, the primitives and the artisan stuff, because sometimes you can find things for really good deals. Like this milk glass bud vase was $4, and all that other stuff in there was newer, you know, reproduction, vintage stuff or antique stuff. So always pays to look in booths like that. I don't know who made it. I will do my research on that, and we will see. These are always good to pick up. These are card sleeves, be it for playing cards. You can ship matchbook covers in these. It was only $1 for them. So anytime I can find this kind of stuff, I do like to pick it up, because you just never know when you might need it. And you get 100 sleeves for $1. That's like a penny a piece. What a deal. I love this. Look at this girl, this little chef girl. She's cooking on a Potbelly stove. Isn't that just darling? Did pay $9.50 for that. Free of any damage. She's absolutely awesome. So she had to come home with me. Running with the beer cans, I did find this really cool Falstaff one. Very cool. It's got the starbursts on it. I do not believe that there's a year. So I'm sure somebody would like to have that displayed. This girl I love. Look at her. She's definitely dressed like the 1950s. She's Italian made. See, it says Cardell B320 Italy. She has a couple of issues, maybe like some chips in the paint, but she is still absolutely fantastic. Like, can't you see this in like a 1950s living room, or like in a hutch or something. I love this, and she was very, very inexpensive, so I didn't care that she had a little bit of damage. She had to come home with me. So I've got, I think, just one other item that I would like to share with you all. Oh, after these two. So these were really cool. I see a lot of beer cans and such, but I've never seen them uncut before. So these I think would be awesome to frame and maybe put in a bar or like in a man cave. We got Heritage House beer and we got the Tech Light beer. This one would be really cool to put out at Christmas time. So the beer cans I'll probably save for an industrial sale with Katie. I know she hasn't been feeling well lately, and she didn't do a sale this past week, so I hope she's getting better. I will message her and see if she, even though she hasn't been feeling well, if she's been able to gather up some stuff for our industrial sales. And since this upcoming week is the last Saturday of the month, maybe I will see if we can do a sale at the beginning of this month. Because I know that sometimes she has a harder time finding stuff for the sales. So yeah, we will see what goes on. So that's all that stuff. And then I got one other thing to show you that I think is really, really cool. And the last thing that I would like to share with you all that I picked up at the indoor flea market / peddler mall is this really awesome Roscoe battery-powered bartender. And he's in his original box. I thought you all might like to just see the box itself because it's so cool. So the booth that I got this in was running a 50% off sale, so I did only spend about $22.50 on it. So let me go ahead and flip it open so you guys can see them.